Hello. Sorry for the late start. Had to finish up some work for some job applications. But... oh, jeez, this is a little bit darker than I remember. But... am live now, and am continuing the Bloodborne Emergency Donathon. We're like on day 14 now? Well, that's the officially. Like, unofficially, it's almost like day 70 at this point. So... I'm still trying to fight the Snek race. Yeah, still trying to fight the Snek race. Let me... and I'm at, like... oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, Lasume donated $30 during the birthday stream, so I'm up to 368 lives. And at a 588 total. So... so yeah, okay, before I go there and try to reach those snake wraiths again, just to recap where we're at. So, we're currently working our way towards the $600 donation goal, which is me playing The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker for the first time. We're at $540 donated total, so about $60 away from that goal. And for those who are new to this, wonder how this goes. This is something I'm doing to kind of raise the money whilst I'm unemployed. It's something called the Bloodborne Emergency Donathon, and the way it works is that I'm playing through this game for the first time with a limited number of lives, and every dollar donated will add more lives. In addition, all the donations will count towards the donation goals we've got here. So, yeah, we've already passed the first 5 donation goals. Pokemon Smash or Pass stream, me doing a stream where I draw characters suggested by y'all from memory, playing through God Hand for the first time, y'all getting to decide the 200 playthrough, and then the Capcom Fighters Marathon from Hell. And we're currently working our way towards the $600 goal, which is me playing The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker for the first time. If we reach that, then we'll work our way towards the $700 goal, which is y'all getting to decide a new emote for the channel. And then, if we manage to reach that goal, the next one is at $800, is like me doing some D&D solo adventures, which would be some smaller D&D campaigns designed to be played by one person. And then if we reach $900, I'll play Sonic Adventure 2 for the first time. And then if we reach $1,000, y'all will get to decide a game I must 100%. So, that's where we're at the donation goals. And yeah, let me try... see, I'm not going to be making my way back towards the Snek wraiths, which means I got to fight my way past those 2 pigs. Oh, and I do not have great health. Thankfully, I do have a lot of items stocked up. Yeah, I'm going to start out by just going directly towards those Snek wraiths and seeing if I can fight them. Because it was kind of the case of, like... it was kind of a case on, like, when I fought Gascoigne, that, like, after so many failed tries against Gascoigne... oh, my blood... my hands remember the God Hand controls. They don't remember... okay, now they remember. My hands remembering the God Hand controls instead of the Bloodborne controls. I haven't even played that game at all since the stream. I played that game 2 days ago, the stream, yet my hands naturally remembered the controls for that. That game had I'm really not that far into God Handed yet. That game has had an effect on me. I am kind of sad that I didn't get to play like Marvel Rivals and Street Fighter 6 on my birthday, but I do think starting God Hand was a fine replacement. Although now, because I've done that, I'm gonna have to consider that as one of the games I'm currently playing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to consider that when I'm thinking about the schedule, because now I've got 4 games that I've started. Yeah, now I've got 4 games that I've started that I'll need to, like, keep up with. Let me just run past them. Are they still chasing me down here? Usually they stop, but... Usually they stop before once I get down here, but I don't want this to be the one time where they actually do chase me all the way down here and then I get attacked. I mean, they might even be able to... Wait, actually, hold on. I'm gonna check something. See, okay, January 29th, right, that's the right day. Okay. Okay, so I gotta fight this Sneckman, and I'm gonna still try to call in... Oh, hello. I'm gonna still try to call in the help. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay, hooray. 367 lives. Yay. Second respawn, welcome in. Says howdy y'all. Lurking in Vampire Surviving. I love Vampire. I love Vampire Survivors. That is like one of my... I don't play it a lot. I very rarely play it on stream because that is one of my... I'm trying to watch a show, but I want to... I'm watching a show, but I want to also be doing something with my hands. So I boot up Vampire Survivors because, gosh, that game is so fun. And hilariously enough, second response is, I just got a friend on it and we're co-op. Oh, that's right. They added like a multiplayer. They added like multiplayer to it like recently, didn't they? Co-op Vampire Survivors must be insane with the amount of, like, if you get to high level with the amount of stuff being thrown around. Okay, so something to mention. The weather has cleared up on my area, but I'm not certain that all the internet problems have gone away, so the stream might disconnect at some point. If it does, I'll try to bring it back as quickly as possible. And and also, I've got the game in offline mode for now. I've got Bloodborne in offline mode for now because I just can't really trust my internet to allow me to play a game on PS5 online. Okay, nope. Oh, come on. I would say that I'm going to be really glad to get out of this Snek forest when I am out. However, there is a chance that the area after this could be worse. Second response, oh, it's crazy, but you have less room for weapons and items. Also, you also need to get 2 levels to get weapons if in 2 players. Oh, okay. That makes sense that they would kind of like try to like... Second response has 3 levels for 3 players and so on. That makes sense because, I mean, if you've got 2 players, then you have 2 sets of weapons that are being, like, 2 sets of attacks that are being thrown around at all times. That's a nice way to balance it to keep the difficulty. Okay, so I'm down to like 366 lives already. Okay, got him. So, on Tuesday's stream, thanks to Lusume donating $30, which, if you're watching Lusume, thank you for that. Because of that, I got about 30 more lives back for Bloodborne. And we're about $60 away from the $600 donation goal now. Second respawn says also Castlevania DLC Chef's Kiss. Oh, that Castlevania DLC was amazing. I'm so glad they got that because that's like the DLC everyone wanted from Vampire Survivors as soon as that game released. Because I mean, the game clearly takes inspiration stylistically from Castlevania. And like even from someone who's only played a few Castlevanias, I can already even though I've only played like a few Castlevanias, I can just see the amount of work they did to like to pay homage to Castlevanias. Oh, wait. Let me get rid of that. It's like one of them. Second response says, I've heard someone say that the Castlevania knockoff has Castlevania. I've heard someone say that the Castlevania knockoff has Castlevania content. Well, the right way to say it is that the Castlevania knockoff has more new Castlevania content. The Castlevania knockoff has released more new Castlevania content than the makers of Castlevania, or than the company that owns Castlevania. Like they have re-released like almost every 2D Castlevania game with the various collections. With like the Classic Collection, Advanced Collection, and DS Collection. However, and those collections are nice to have. However, they still like it's been a long time since we've seen anything about like a new game. Besides the Bloodstained series, which for all intents and purposes basically is like the new the Castlevania, like it is. Like for all intents and purposes, Bloodstained is Castlevania. Which reminds me we've got Bloodstained 2 coming out this year. Excited to see that because, yeah, after playing a couple of the actual Castlevania games, I do think that Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is probably overall my favorite Castlevania game. And really, just because of how the series, just because of like what's happened with the Castlevania series, I think at this point you kind of have to like, again, just consider like, yeah, Bloodstained are Castlevania games. Like in all but title, they are Castlevania games. Not even just like, oh, they're inspired by Castlevania, but it's like, well, yeah, of course, but I mean, just it is Castlevania. Second response says it's hard to beat Order of Ecclesia for me. I actually was playing I played the DS trilogy, and I ended up not enjoying Order of Ecclesia. Like, it was the only one of that DS trilogy that I decided not to complete. Oh, wait. Like, I beat Donothon now. $365 lives left. Like, I beat Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, and I beat Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, but I just ended up quitting Order of Ecclesia, because I lost interest in it. Okay, so I've already lost 3 lives, and I haven't even made it back to the Snek Wraiths. Alright, well. let me find my way back there again. Might be the... Ah, damn it. Yeah, I died again. Oh my gosh, okay, 364 lives. I've already lost 4 lives, and it's like, we're not even like 30 minutes into the stream. This does not bode well. Yeah, and I haven't even made it back to the Snek race to fight him again. I do think it was a good thing. I do think it was a good thing that I, like, grinded for all those blood echoes to get all those items, because, yeah, it really looks like I'm gonna need them. Especially the blood vials. Okay, so we're gonna go... Also, actually, going back to, like, games that were going to be spiritual successors to a franchise that were considered dead. It's a long tangent, but bear with me. Like, apparently, the company that released Mighty No. 9 Concept actually shut down. Which... What a crazy bunch of years that happened around Mighty No. 9. Like, the saga of Mighty No. 9 is a strange one. There was a Mega Man drop for many years, and then they tried to make, like, a spiritual successor to it in Mighty No. 9, and that ended up, like, not going well at all. Then Capcom finally released a new Mega Man game, and then they ended up, like, actually doing a bunch of releases where we kind of got a similar situation with Castlevania, where there was, like, not really a new game, but there was a lot of, like all the older games were getting, like, re-released. Like, most of the older games have now gotten re-released on their modern systems. In, like, various collections. But we actually now have... We've actually finally got an announcement of a new Mega Man game. And now the company that was making Mighty No. 9 is shut down. I wonder if they actually made anything besides Mighty No. 9. You know what, can we just run away from them? Will they follow me down here? I'm gonna wait for a bit to see if they actually will follow me down here, if they're just gonna stay there. I guess, yeah, okay, I guess if I just run past them fast enough, they won't chase after me. I can't really do that with the pig, though, because this is such a smaller area. This is such a... Like, those Sneckmen don't take up much area. They don't take up much of the path they're on, so I can kind of, like, run past them. If I can get far enough away from them to start, but... The pigs take up a big portion of this area, so it's a... And they have a large charging attack where they can just rush at me, which insta-kills me, so... Not really a good idea to try to run past that first one. The second one here I can run past. Although it did look like they took damage from that fire there. Okay. Looks like they're not chasing after me. So let me go back up here. And I'll try to fight this thing again. Oh gosh, that's close. No, I better back up. I hate fighting these things. Alright, I'm down to half health, so I might as well heal again. I can only do this so many times, because I've only got so much insight. I used up quite a bit of... I've only got 3 Well, I don't think the Molotovs are going to be that effective. I don't think the Molotovs are going to be that effective against the Snek Wraiths, because they all, like, 2 of them use fire. So... let me see... Okay, I'm going to do a similar strategy to what I did previously, which is... I'm going to have to hope that they draw away one of the, like, 1 or, like, 2 of the Snek Wraiths, and then I can go attack the 3rd one. Alright, so just, I know I say this, like, every time, but just to mention again, so I'm going to try to focus on fighting these guys. If I don't... if I miss your, well, if you post in the chat, I might not be able to read it immediately just because I'll be fighting these guys, but I will, I'll read it as soon as I win or die. So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna go and start. Yeah, he didn't last long. Ow. Gosh dang it. Okay, I gotta get rid of you. Luna Chris watching over on YouTube, welcome in. Ow, 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 ow. So that's 306. So that's 363 lives remaining. Wonderful. I gotta fight my way back there again. Luna Chris says, "How are you doing today?" Well, okay. I'm doing okay overall. Besides being killed by... I'm doing okay overall. I think I'd be still trying to basically just fight my way past a bunch of snakes who are trying out some Lord of the Rings cosplay. And I will admit, as much as I don't like those Snek Wraiths, they are doing really good at that cosplay. Like, if I were to find out that they actually were just the Ring Wraiths from Lord of the Rings that just somehow got lost in this setting, I would believe it. If someone had told me that, I would believe it. Until the snakeheads go. go back down here. Yeah, I'll try to find him again. Yeah, I'll try to find him again. We go back here. So for anyone who's watching this for the first time and wondering what's going on, so hello, my name's Brawl Kaiser, and this is something I'm doing called the Bloodborne Emergency Donathon. I'm playing through Bloodborne for the first time, and trying to raise money because well, I've been unemployed for the past few months, so while I'm desperately trying to find a new job, I need money to kind of pay to pay the bills that I still have. So the way this works is that every dollar donated will add another life, either through subs, bits, gift subs, or direct donations. Excuse me, subs, bits, and gift subs over on Twitch, or direct donations to my PayPal. Which here, I'll post that in the YouTube and Twitch chats, in case anyone wants to donate that way. But the way it works is that every dollar donated will add another life to this, because I'm playing through Bloodborne with a limited number of lives. So every time I die, we get closer to the playthrough ending, because I have only so many lives. And also, all the money donated will together count towards these donation goals. So we've already passed the first 5 donation goals, so that means I'm going to do a Pokemon Smasher patch stream. I'm going to do a stream where I draw characters suggested by y'all from memory. I'm going to play through God Hand for the first time, which I did actually start that on my birthday on Tuesday. Y'all get to decide the 200th playthrough, which the whole reason that's important is when I start the game that I'm playing for the 200th playthrough, every stream will be that game until I've beaten it. And then we've passed the $500 donation goal, which is me doing a Capcom Fighters Marathon from Hell, which is I'm going to play through a bunch of Capcom fighting games with a bunch of challenges in place to make it even more difficult. And then we're currently working our way towards the $600 donation goal, which is me playing The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker for the first time. And if we manage to reach that, then we'll start working our way towards the $700 donation goal, which is y'all going to decide a new emote for the channel. Then after that is the $800 donation goal, which is me doing some D&D solo adventures, which are D&D campaigns designed to be played by one person. Then after that, if we reach $900, I'll play Sonic Adventure 2 for the first time. And then if we manage to reach $1,000, y'all get to decide a game I must 100%. So that's a game either on PC or PS5 that I'll have to get all the achievements or all the trophies in. So that's kind of what's going on now. Now, if you're watching this and you can't donate, or if you're not able to donate or you don't feel like donating, that's fine. Thank you at least for, I know that money's really, I know that times are really tough right now, so thank you for at least watching the stream, because that does mean a lot. Oh no. Why must they have the snack grab? Well, I mean, I guess, why must they have 2 kinds of grab attacks? Okay, I need to do that. So I'm currently at 363 lives out of 588 hits. Lunacris says, well, which game do you play mostly? Well, I play a little bit. I'm willing to play almost any game on this channel, but the thing you'll see me play most of is, you'll see me play most of, like, RPGs, like turn-based RPGs, action RPGs, strategy RPGs, a lot of different RPGs. I'm even doing something right now called First Fantasy, where it's a special event I'm doing where I've been playing through like 40 different Final Fantasy games for the first time. So I've already played like Final Fantasy 6, 9, 7, 7 Remake, 1, Tactics Advance, and I'm currently playing through Final Fantasy 2. I started this like 2 years ago, and I'm trying to beat all these Final Fantasies before the series' 40th anniversary in December 2027. And so, if you're wondering what's included in that, that's like every mainline Final Fantasy, so 1 through 16, and then like a bunch of spin-offs and like the Tactics event, like Final Fantasy Tactics, and like the sequels to 10 and 13, and then like the 7 Remake trilogy, and like all the like Final Fantasy 14 and all the expansions are included in there. So that's quite a lot of games. Besides that, I've also besides like RPGs, I also play I try to play a lot of lesser known games that people might not know about. So, like, a way I describe it is like, I like to play games that maybe 5 people know about, but those people really love those people really love those games. I know I'm not doing that right now because I'm playing Bloodborne, which is one of the most popular FromSoft games FromSoft has ever released. But I mean, this is for like a special occasion. This is for the Donothon. Because I actually usually don't play Soulsborne. I actually usually don't play Soulsborne games on the channel. Lunacris says, "Nice choice. How long have you been streaming?" I've been streaming for about, I think it's been 6.5 years at this point. Yeah, because I started in like the end of June 2019. So yeah, it's like 6.5 years at this point. And as far as me streaming on Twitch or YouTube, my main priority is usually Twitch, just because that's where I started out. But because Twitch only stores my stream VODs for about 2 weeks, I do also stream on YouTube. Well, the streams are now also happening on YouTube, and even after like the VODs are gone on Twitch, they'll still be available on YouTube. In addition to that, like I'm like all the streams that were available on Twitch that I had to take down because Twitch gutted its highlights feature. I'm slowly uploading those back to YouTube. Ace Scorch says, "Hey, bro. Ace, welcome in." Lunacris as well. Do you have any fave character? Do you mean from like video games or from like something specific? Or do you mean like from all video games, or do you mean something specific? Oh, Predhead, who's watching on YouTube, says hello, Brawl in chat. Hello. Hope you're doing well, Predhead. For those just tuning in, I have the game set to offline mode, so we hopefully won't. Bloodborne is set to offline mode this time, so we hopefully won't have. Oh shoot! Ow! Oh gosh! Oh no! We hopefully won't have as much connection, like internet problems, as previously. But I'm still going to have snake problems, it seems. Still going to have a lot of snake problems. If you're just coming in, though, welcome in. Okay, so that's... I'm now down to 361 lives. I'm very thankful for that donation Lasume gave. Not just gave on Tuesday. Not just because it added like 30 more lives. Not just because it gave like me 30 more lives. Well, I'm very happy for that donation Lasume gave on Tuesday. Not just because I could really... That $30 really helps right now. But also because 30 more lives means I can kind of... I've made up for... I have a little bit of insurance here for how poorly I'm playing in this area. For how bad I'm doing this area. Ace Scorcher says, people like snakes. Well, okay, people do like snakes. Except for FromSoft, it seems like the devs at FromSoft just really do not like snakes. I know I've made a joke about this in a couple of different streams, but between like the giant snake that you kill in Sekiro, the giant snakes who are like leading you, who are like manipulating you in Dark Souls, the giant snake you fight in Elden Ring, the guy who's the one boss in Elden Ring's DLC that is possessed by another giant snake, and like all the snakemen here. Yeah, it seems like FromSoft just really do not like snakes. Lunacris is asking over on YouTube, do I have any fave characters from video games? Oh, quite a few. You can tell how much some of my favorite characters in video games because I usually have artists make emotes of them. I mean, there's Shantae from the Shantae series. There's quite a few characters from Street Fighter, like Chun-Li, Cammy, Marisa. I am growing to really like a bunch of characters from Final Fantasy, like Tifa, Vivi, Cloud, Barrett. Barrett's great. Hey, Sleepless, welcome in. Let's see, other favorite characters from video games. I do really like the I do really like Lloyd, Ellie, Risha, and a couple other characters from Trails of Cold, the Trails of Cold Steel, not Trails of Cold Steel duology, the Crossbell duology from Trails, like Trails from Zero, Trails to Azure. Ow! 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 Okay, no. Yeah, oh, hey, Sleepless. Hope your day was okay. Oh, gosh. If you're just tuning in and wondering how things are going, so I started off this stream at 368 lives remaining. I am already down to 361 lives remaining. So I've already lost like 7 lives in like 45 minutes. That does not bode well. Ludicrous. Oh, okay. Ludicrous is okay. Ludicrous. Do I do custom design for streamers like logos, panels, overlays, animate? Okay, no pressure. Would you like to see my work? Sorry, Ludicrous. I do know that. I appreciate you asking me if I'd like to see your work. However, I have so little money that I'm having to do a donathon. That I'm having to do an emergency donathon. Right now. So there's. Like, I have a donation goal where we can, like, if we reach that donation goal, like, I'll commission an artist to make an emote for the channel, but that is, like, one emote. It's from the artist that I always commission for emotes. So I know their prices, and I know how much money I can have to afford that. And I actually had to take that donation goal and move it back. It was originally, it originally wasn't $700, but I had to move it back just because things are not going well for me financially. So maybe someday in the future if I could ever get more money, then I'd be interested in like finding new artists to make art for the channel. But just right now, I mean, like, it's gonna cost a lot. It's gonna cost a lot to just get one emote, or it's gonna be some time. Like, I'm asking for $700 before I can commission an artist to make one emote, just because a lot of money is gonna have to go to bills to keep me. A lot of y'all's donations are gonna have to go to bills to keep me alive. Sleep says Lloyd, Ellie, Tio, Noel, and sometimes Randy and Wazzy. You're right, Sleepless. Tio is also great. And I will say, even though I had problems with Randy and Wazzy, in Trails to Azure, they were still, like, they're a lot better than they could have been. Like, they could have been much worse. Randy annoyed me constantly, but he could have been a lot even worse. And as for Tio, I usually immediately lose interest in when I'm playing a turn-based RPG and I find out that I get a kid party member, I immediately lose interest in them. Tio is like one of the few exceptions to that where I really like her. Tio's great. Ludicrous over on YouTube says, well, don't worry, I'm budget-friendly artist. Not for my budget, because I have no budget. I have my budget right now is scrambling to get money as soon as possible so I can pay the bills I have at the start of each month. So, yeah, I have. Well, Sleepless, congrats on re-reaching the 10 stream streak. Oh, jeez. Oh, I mentioned this in the Discord for y'all, but I mentioned this in the Discord, but for those who aren't in the Discord or didn't hear me say, or for those who aren't in the Discord or didn't hear me announce this, so I won't be able to stream this Saturday because now that I've moved out of the house that I was staying in, my parents are just going to start work to like try and sell that house as soon as possible, so they don't have to like pay, so they don't have to pay anything for it, or so that they don't have to. So they don't have to try and pay, keep up with the costs of having two houses. So, because of that, we're gonna actually go back to that. We're actually gonna go back to. I'm gonna be spending a Saturday working to clean up the house and clean up that house I was staying in and remove stuff from it, so that they can. Because the sooner we get everything out of it, the sooner they'll be able to sell it. Which will really help them out. Which will really help them out financially. So, gonna have to move the RoboCop stream to Sunday. I thought that would get them. There, okay. Lunacris says, do you have a Discord account? Well, yes, I do have my own Discord server, but I'm not. But I usually wait to invite people to it. I only invite people to it and if I trust them. Okay, let me summon this person again, and then I'll try to fight those Snek people again. Sleepless says, really, Brawl? I'm just happy to be home, man. Rough day at work? If so, I'm sorry to hear that, Sleepless. Okay, before I go in there... So it's not just a long day at work. Well, oh, gotcha. Look, Lunacris, I'm not gonna do... I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna do free advertisement for you, okay? I really don't know you well. I really don't know, like... Yeah, I really don't know you well. I really don't know what work you... Or, like, how legitimate you are, so... You can't really just go into a person. You can't really just go into a person's stream and just ask them if they'd like, if they can hire you for something. If they can hire you. Okay, I'm gonna try to fight these guys again. Let me see if I can like get rid of them using the fairies. Okay, got rid of that one. Oh, great. Oh, jeez. Oh, no, you don't. No. No. Fuck. What the? I thought I was safe from that. I can hear that. I can hear that asshole coming to the side. I hate these Sneckmen. Yeah, that didn't work. Wow. Okay, that didn't work. Let's see if I can, like, get them around. Ow! I'm losing, like, so many of these things. Okay, hold on. Oh, dang it. I got the parry on that one, but I couldn't capitalize on it. Dang it. Alright. Okay, I've already lost 8 lives. Jeez. So, just want to say, if you're enjoying this stream, Slim says, now this time, friendly spirit man, don't die in 2 seconds. Oh, you said that before that. They actually didn't die in 2 seconds. They died. See, the strategy I had actually kind of worked. It worked at first. It worked at first, where the hunter I summoned distracted 2 of them, and so I just grabbed the one with the fire magic, shoved them in a corner, and just kept stabbing them repeatedly. But then they died right as I started fighting the second one. And I can't really call in, like, other players for aid right now, because I'm playing this offline, just because I don't know how reliable my internet's gonna be today. Slim says, you're doing so well on that temporal. Thank you. So just want to say, if you're enjoying this stream and would like to see, if you're enjoying the stream, please consider donating. We're about, thanks to Lusume donating $30 on my birthday on Tuesday, we're about $60 away from the next donation goal, which is making me play The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker for the first time. So, if you're able to, please consider donating. Subs, bits, and gift subs do help, but direct donations help me out a lot more, because I'll be able to receive the money you donate immediately, instead of having to wait at least half a month. And I'll post that. If anyone's interested in donating directly, I'll post that link in both the Twitch and YouTube chats. But if you're not able to donate, that's fine, and thank you at least for watching. Pokemon Q says, we still in the Snecklands? Yes, we are. I'm still fighting the boss of the Snecklands. Yeah, I'm still fighting the boss of the Snecklands. Also, I said that the schedule is going to change starting next week. I think I'm going to move down to 3 streams a week that is like 4 hours long, instead of 4 4-hour-long streams. And that's really because, again, I'm spending all my time. If I'm not streaming, I'm spending like almost all my time applying for jobs. And apparently it's still not enough, because I'm still haven't been able to get a job. So I need another full day where I can just apply to jobs, and maybe actually take some time to like start working on some other things, like streaming, like preparing for some of the other special streams that I'm going to be doing, or also get back into game development, because I haven't been able to do any game development in at all in January, and it's really like weighing on me. So I know that I'm in the middle of this. Pokemon Master Cube says preparing to become self-employed. I'm considering it. Gosh, I actually mentioned this on Tuesday. And I don't know how many of the people here were here for this, but I'm potentially considering, since Twitch subs don't really help me out that much. Like, if you are subbed through Twitch, I do really appreciate it. But Twitch subs really don't help me out that much, because like, basically because of how Twitch gives streamers the money from Twitch subs and bits. To basically, I won't go through the whole thing, but to basically sum it up, all the bit subs and gift subs that have happened since the start of this Donathon, I won't receive any of that until February, because of how donations to Twitch work. So I'm considering, and I need to do some research to see if this would be a good idea. I'm considering if maybe I should instead focus to make like Patreon subs, or like maybe actually set up a Patreon, and like if people sub to me on Patreon, I make different tiers. I make tiers to where whoever subs to me on Patreon can actually affect, or like they have a bigger effect on streams. Whether that's like for example, I've mentioned that if I reach 700 followers on Twitch, we're gonna do either y'all will get to this, like, you watching right now will get to decide if I play, like, 7 games by Akira Toriyama or, like, 7 mech games. Well, what I could do, like, as an idea for, like, Patreon incentives, what I could do is actually, like, come up with, like, the full list of games I have for both of that, and then whichever, like, when we get closer to 700 followers, whichever one of those 2 groups of games y'all decide, I let Patreon subs, like, decide which of those games I end up playing, which 7 either mech games or Akira Toriyama games that I end up playing. Like, another idea is, like, I really would like at some point to get back to doing People's Choice, which, if you weren't here for that, People's Choice was a thing I did where, for like annually, where y'all could actually, like, if you donated us like $20, you could have me play like almost any game you wanted. And I'd love to get back to that, but the thing is, preparing for People's Choice took up about like a good portion of my time across half a year. And it takes a lot of time, and depending on what games people suggest, it takes a lot of time to play through all those games. So I'm wondering if maybe something I could do is like if I could get enough money together on my own, like after I get a job, or through like donations. Could I maybe set up a special Patreon tier where like every couple of months, a couple people can like donate like a certain amount of money, and then at that point they can just recommend me like a game I have to play on stream. So I'm gonna like look into that, and I mean, if y'all have any opinions on whether y'all like to see that, feel free to tell me in the chat. But yeah, that's something I'm considering, just because I'm not gonna be. I don't know if I'd ever become a full-time streamer. I would need to be making like a couple thousand dollars in donations every month to make it as like a full-time streamer. And that's asking for a lot of money from y'all, which is why I'm trying to get a new job as soon as possible, because I like making it to where like it doesn't cost a lot of money to support the streams. Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's actually why, like, another way that Twitch subs actually don't really help me out that much. So, like, one of the supposed, like, benefits to Twitch subs is that people who are subbed to the channel on Twitch don't have to watch ads that play during the streams. I've actually already turned off ads to play during Twitch streams. They've been off for some time. So even if you're not subbed to the channel, you shouldn't be seeing... So even if you're not subbed to the channel, you shouldn't be seeing ads on the channel. And I do remember you like suggesting Pokemon Cube about becoming like a self-employed like IT person. And I thought about that after the stream where you mentioned it. But the thing is that, like, that would take a lot of work to do. Like, I'd have to set up my own web. I'd have to set up my own web. I would basically have to set up my own business, and I would have to figure out like how to advertise myself to companies to where they would want to hire me instead of hiring like an IT contracting company, or just like using their own, or like having an in-house IT team. Pokemon Cube says, even with ads on, most people tend to have ad blocks turned on. That is true. Like, a lot of people just use ad block. A lot of people just use ad block to skip the ads. So yeah, that's something I'm going to look into. Like, if I want to try to switch, instead of like, that's something I'm going to look into. Like, if I want to just mainly abandon, just like, for the most part, abandon Twitch monetization and look into like instead setting up a Patreon and letting patrons like have a bigger have a big influence on like what I do for streams. Ow. Fucking Master Cube says, it's not just to skip ads, it's also because how many ads web pages have splatted them, taking up more of the page than when you went onto the page for. Oh yeah, there's also that. Okay, let me run now. Oh, shoot. Okay, they're gonna still chase me down here, or... Nope. Okay, I think they might be going back. Okay. So let me fight this Snekman. Then I'll call in help, and I'll through again. Slips is not gonna lie, there's a neat ad blocker I got that shows you in real time at removing all the ads from the page for you. I mean, like, a lot of people use ad blockers. I use ad blockers because... I'm gonna be on... Because... Well, I watch a lot of tokusatsu, and for a lot of tokusatsu shows, until recently, for a lot of tokusatsu shows, including older ones, you couldn't go on. They weren't available to watch legally, and I don't want to deal with pop-up ads whilst I'm trying to watch. I don't want to deal with ads whilst I'm watching Chan Person. Or Common Rider build. So. Pokemon says, plus most ad blockers also block cookie data being made that makes targeted ads, tracking, etc. So good for privacy too. Not the best tool for it, but if you're not able to pay for anything, good free ad blocker gives you some basic protections. Slips is great for shit like IGN or fandom pages, that too as well. So yeah, that's kind of what I mean in that, like, just because of some of the problems Twitch has already had, I've kind of haven't put a focus on Twitch monetization. But some sort of like... or like Twitch subs. And really the only benefit that comes from like Twitch subs to the channel are that y'all get the emotes, which I do really like those. I really do like having emotes on the channel. But yeah, I'm gonna probably do some research to see like if like actually setting up a Patreon and like letting patrons like influence more about the streams would be worth it. Because instead of because instead of like it being like y'all have to pay like $7, y'all have to pay $7, and some of that money, or y'all have to pay $7, and then like around half of that money, and it goes to me, and then it's never even a definite amount, to the point where I've had to actually change up some of the rules for different charity events and donation events because of how inconsistent it is. I could like, one of the reasons why I've thought about this is with the Patreon. Like if I set it up through Patreon, or if I switch to like focusing on Patreon subs instead of like Twitch subs, I can set like what the amount y'all pay, the amount you have to pay for subs is, which means it's not like I'd have to consider the amount, but I can set it. I'd have to think about the amount and like what would be good, but it's definitely gonna be less than $7. Pokemon Askew, some of us still have to use that less friendly places to watch Toku that isn't called Zets or Modern Ultraman. Yep. Exactly. Like I'm rewatching my way through Gav, and I have to use like a specific site because it's not available legally, and the ad blocker helps me helps me watch episodes a lot. Or the ad blockers are really helpful when I'm watching episodes. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go in here. If I misses any chat messages or donations happen, I'll read them after I win or die, whichever one the second one's more likely to happen. But again, if you want to see, I will say, even though I've been like insulting Twitch subs, I will say that if anyone does want to donate through Twitch subs, bits, or gift subs, they will still count towards the Donathon. And but direct donations do help out a lot more, because again, I'll receive the money you donate immediately instead of having to wait like at least. I'll receive the money you donate immediately instead of having to wait at least half a month. So this is not that it really makes too much of a difference, but Shin Godzilla got put on HBO Max a little bit ago. That has been nice to see. Godzilla movies have been made more readily available to watch on like different streaming services, which is great to see. I wish they would stop cycling them out and would just make like all Godzilla movies available to watch on like Tubi and HBO Max and anywhere. Like just drop them because Toho doesn't just put them on one streaming service; they put them on like multiple streaming services. So, which at that point, it's like, well, just put them on all of them. Just like you got 40 Godzilla movies, and nobody's gonna say no to watching Godzilla. Good. Okay, stay back. Stay. Damn it. Uh-oh. That was the wrong move. That was the wrong move. Ouch. Gosh dang it. Pokemon Scoop says check Netflix and Amazon as HBO Max doesn't exist here. Only Shin Godzilla and Amazon here. So he says they gotta cycle them because that's how they make money, bro. Contract for 12 months in one place, ask for more money. If they say no, take it to them to another place, they'll pay for access for 12 months, etc. Ah, gotcha. But it says rip. Yep. I was parrying that one pretty well. The aggressive sword snake men. I was parrying pretty well. I could really do with more Quicksilver bullets. But yeah, I could really do with more Quicksilver bullets, but I'm not. Because if I could basically, because that one sword snake man is like very aggressive. If I could if I had enough bullets, I could potentially just parry lock them. Just keep shooting them in the face and then stabbing them. Yeah, let me switch to this. Oh, I missed that. That was bad. That was bad. Dang it. Well, okay. Pokemon Max says, if you want to spend insight, can I suggest something that may help you in the fight if you make it? If you can make it? Sure. I'm not sure I'll be able to do it, because I've only got about 13 insight, but... down to like 358 lives, which means I've lost 230 lives throughout this playthrough. Now, something I will say about like the new schedule that'll start next week, I will definitely be doing at least one day of Bloodborne. Because, I mean, 'tis the Bloodborne Mercy Donothon. Pokemon Mask says, so there is an item called Shaman Bone Blade. It is consumable, but when used on an enemy, it turns them against their allies for 20 seconds. Oh, that would be really helpful. But... will it work on bosses, though? Wow, that's like the first time I fought one of those guys without taking damage. Pokemon Mask says the shadows are vulnerable to it. Okay, so I can make them fight each other. That's interesting, and would be very helpful. But I would need to... So if I could... I'm not sure, like, how I'd get those, but if I could, I'd probably get plenty of those, and then just have all the different Snek people fight each other. Like, if I could somehow set it up... Like, if I could somehow set it up to where, like, I call up the, that one hunter to help me out, and then, like, throw the Shaman Bone Blade, and then just have, like, throw the Shaman Bone Blade repeatedly, like, every half a minute, to where they just keep... to where it's 3 versus 2. Asker says, an interesting strategy. If there was ever some sort of, like... Sleepless says, Ace. Sleepless, Ace has been watching. Ace has been here. Parker Mascu says, bear in mind, it has to be used in melee range, and there's no friendly fire protection, so they can still hurt you. Well, yeah, I mean, of course. That I figured. But yeah, if there was, like, a way to, like, play in one of these from Soulsborne games, like, a character who just, all they do is summon in other people to fight for them, I would play... AKA the Coward class, I would play that class. Fucking Mascu says, they also aren't technically on your side, so if you keep doing high aggro on them, they will still go for you first. Fucking Mascu says, Revenant and Elden Ring Night Rain. Sleeper says, of course there's no friendly fire protection cube. This is FromSoft. Yeah, listen, if we've learned... I mean, of course there's no friendly fire protection. As we have learned from the very first Dark Souls game, friendly fire is the main thing of Dark Souls. Your whole mission goal... Your whole mission goal in Dark Souls 1 is to start a fire that will kill you. Ace says, "Lol, sounded like you'd want to be a necromancer." This actually, yeah, in these games, these are one of the few games where I wouldn't mind, where I actually would play a necromancer. Like they're in most action RPGs, I want to do the fighting myself. I wouldn't want to leave this. In most action RPGs, I want to do the fighting myself, and I don't want to leave it. And I don't want to just sit back and let other people, let the other like NPCs handle it for me. But in these games, in the Soulsborne games, oh yeah. Absolutely would just play a class that is entirely based around like spawning minions to do my fights for me, and then just hanging back, and eventually just like stab the enemy a few times. Pokemon asks there's a Necromancer playstyle in the mod that you get for Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring called Convergence, which changes up the game for it and makes the starting class far more important and adds loads of more classes, etc. Pokemon Master Cube says, once I have my new PC, I want to get one of the Convergence mods to go with the Necromancer. I was hoping to kill them before this next one. I was not so fortunate. Pokemon Master Cube says you could get close to it in one of the big boss fights in Elden Ring. Oh yeah, Radon. That one I know about. I have heard about that. Pokemon Master Cube says you can stand back, keep summoning an army of dudes to fight the boss. It's epic. So, okay, let's... So, to let y'all know how the stream schedule is going to go for the rest of the week, I will be live tomorrow. Playing some more Final Fantasy II to make up for missing some streams last week, and then I'll be I was gonna stream more RoboCop Rogue City on Saturday, but I have a family obligation I have to be a part of, so I'm not gonna be able to stream on Saturday. Meaning that RoboCop stream is gonna move to Sunday. And I'm going to figure out a new schedule, because I think what I'm going to do is starting next week, I'm going to stream like 3 times a week for 4 hours instead of 4 times a week for 4 hours, so that I can like spend even more time applying for jobs and try to get something as soon as possible. Because like I have a I have a lot of bills to pay at the start of February, and then I have even more bills to pay near the end of February. Sleep says, I've seen that boss accidentally kill themselves cube. They overshot their landing, landed in the water behind the player, and just instantly drowned. It was so anticlimactic. That sounds hilarious. Pokemon Cube says, okay, you knew who it was. I didn't want to spoil just in case with who it was. Oh, okay, sorry. My bad. I know some of, like, I know a little bit about, like, some of them. I know about some of the major fights, some of the major boss fights in Elden Ring. But I really don't know about, like, what the exploration or, like, getting to those fights is like. So whenever I do play Elden Ring on the channel, it is going to be, for the most part, like, a completely new experience for me. Pokemon Cube says, I carry the badge of honor of having beaten Radahn before they nerfed him. Okay, I'm going to go in here. I'll catch up on any chats after I after I die. Or maybe win, but probably die. And again, just want to say, if you're enjoying the stream, please consider donating. Because subs, bits, gift subs, and direct donations will add more live. They will add more lives to the to this playthrough, meaning it will go on longer. And donations will really help me out right now. Because, again, got bills to pay at the start of next month. I'm already getting texts and emails from the bills that from the services or the places I have to pay bills to. They're like, hey, remember, start of the month, come on, we're gonna need our money. Ow. No, let's go. Okay, let's see what's done next. Good job, Younger Madara's twin. You did great. Now let's kill this fucker. Oh. That's new. That's a problem. Where are those little giant snakes I was asking for? Yeah, see how you like it, asshole! Oh, not so fun, is it? Being ganged up on in a corner. Yeah, it sucks, don't it? You can't do shit, can ya? Fucking die. Thank you. Yeah, it did good, my Madara's twin. Fredhead over YouTube says, let's go! Pokemon Cube says, now for phase 2. Actually, a phase 2 would have made that a more interesting fight. I will be on. So even though I beat that, like, actually in the phase where I did beat it that time, that actually kind of made me like the fight even less. Which is weird to say, but I didn't realize how simple their movements were. Yeah, I didn't realize how simple their movements were until I just, like, blocked one of them to a corner, and they just kept stabbing them repeatedly. It's like, oh, you really are just relying, like, oh, each of you are just relying on the other one to kind of hit me and so you could pull off your attack. Pokemon Cube says, well, you stunned them out of phase 2 and 3, and I'll do it again! El Robot says, technically there are 3 phases to that fight. Oh, hey, El Robot, welcome in. So Okay, so I actually ended up kind of cheesing the fight a little bit by just, like, running them into a corner and then just stabbing them repeatedly. And I'll do it again! Okay, let's go back to the Hunter's Dream. Slim says, I told you I hate this boss brawl, though. Fucking Master says, that last one tried their phase 3, which is the giant snake summons, but then got stunned out of it. That was the kind of perfect way. That was kind of a perfect way for that boss fight to go. For instead of, like, it start off by, like, 3 versus 2, and then I just, like, while my summon handled 2 of them, I just ran one into a corner, and then just every time I had a little bit of stamina, just kept stabbing it. And then when I pushed the other one, the second one into the corner, and then just kept stabbing it. And then when it was only one of them left, me and the summon just kind of, we both ganged up on it. Robot says, is it cheesy if you're just using built-in mechanics? Yes, but something people forget about cheesing is that cheese is delicious.
Welcome home. What is it you desire? Very well. Let the echoes become your strength.
Like, it's still cheesing, but cheese is delicious.
Stand close. Now shut your eyes.
And it takes a lot of work to make cheese. Pokemon Askew says, in fairness, hyper-aggression to the point of stun locking is a really good way of dealing with them. I feel no shame for having beaten them like that. Fredhead says, I had to rewind to watch the fight because I missed some of it, but man, you destroyed them. No, Fredhead, you're right. It really was just the perfect thing of, like, because the summon was able to, like, avoid them and deal with 2 of them at once, I could just drag one off, stick to a corner, and stab it. Then pull the second one off to a corner and stab it. Oh, okay, so I need 18,000. Dang, alright. Pokemon Excuse says, now if only there was a boss in this game that is like that. Do I want to increase this? So yeah, just want to say again, thank y'all for... Yeah, just want to say again, I'm about like 358 lives now, so any donations, subs, bits, gift subs, and direct donations will add more lives to this playthrough and really help me out right now. And then like I've been saying, I'm gonna probably off stream I'm gonna do some research and I'm gonna do some research to try and think about if I actually want to, like, maybe open a Patreon and actually instead of Twitch monetization, focus on Patreon monetization and actually if I do this, if I switch over to Patreon, like, people I'll let patrons basically influence more of the things I decide for the stream, because anyone who is subbed to Twitch, I really appreciate it, and I hope y'all and I hope the emotes are have been really nice, and I hope the emotes have been really nice. But I kind of had a realization that, like, I'm really not earning much from Twitch subs. Like, all the subs, bits, and gift subs that I know I've said this before, but this is just bears mentioning again. All the subs, bits, the money from subs, bits, and gift subs that have happened over the past few months since the start of this Donathon, I haven't received any of that, and won't receive it until like halfway through February, because we just now met the threshold. And I don't like that because puts a lot of pressure on. Because I don't like that because it puts a lot of pressure on y'all, and also because it means I don't see the money that y'all donated. And Robot says, and you'll never see the shadows again. Good. Fucking Mascu says, answer, there isn't a boss like that. Oh. Redhead says, now you can either go forward or back to fight Electric Dog. I guess let's go forward and see what the new area is. Although, okay, I do want to say again, even though I'm talking a lot about donations for this past hour, but again, if you're not able to donate or don't feel like donating, thank you still for watching the stream. I would have never gotten this far in Bloodborne if it wasn't for I would have never gotten this far in Bloodborne if I wasn't streaming it. Because I wouldn't have y'all to talk to and keep me going through this. Okay, and let's go. I guess I'll increase my endurance.
Farewell.
Okay, I'm gonna use the rest of the money to get. Pokemon Master Cube says, "Keep it awarding a boss like that." I am a little surprised we didn't get like a Snake Hunter badge. Oh, actually, going to what you were saying, Predhead, there is a third option, which is starting the Hunter's Nightmare, like the DLC area. But I won't do that just yet. Let me see if I can upgrade any of my weapons. I will do that. Like, if I have enough lives, I will get to the DLC. I'll just need to figure out... like, when would be the right time to do the DLC. Okay, there. I guess. Pokemon Master Cube says there is no wrong time to go get Moonlight. You are. I guess you are right there. Okay, you know what? Here, I will put. Since y'all are here, I will actually put this up to a poll in the Twitch chat. Sorry, YouTube. I don't really have this. Sorry, YouTube viewers. I really don't have this option for YouTube, unfortunately. But where to next? New area. Electric Skeledog. Or DLC. I might regret this. Because the last time I let y'all vote, y'all decided to have me meet the Bagman, and I did not enjoy that. And as if an immediate answer to me saying that I might dislike this, someone immediately voted DLC. This is what I get. Yeah, I'm gonna spend like all my money getting Quicksilver bullets this time, just so I can have like build up a stockpile. So if you're watching on Twitch, vote in that poll to say where you'd like me to go next. I can either go to the new area, go to the hunt, start the DLC, or go fight the electric dog. Pokemon Master says, Bagman is fine, not like he is the path to one of the hardest bosses in Soulsborne, unlike someone else. Is this hardest boss in Soulsborne's like another Bagman, like an elite Bagman with 2 bags? One on each shoulder? Actually, let me use my insight a little bit. Let me check the insight store to see if there's anything I can get for insight. Short bloodshot eyeball. Nope. Pokemon Master says, not a bag. Alright, if you're watching on... Yeah, remember that if you're watching on Twitch, there's a poll open right now where you can decide where I go next. Elrowat says, so the DLC is the most difficult area in the game, save maybe the lowest levels of the Chalice Dungeon. So I've heard. Yes. So I've heard. Now, I'm not sure if y'all choose the DLC, I'm not sure how far I'll get. Because I'll basically go until I hit, like, a brick wall. Or in this game's case, I guess it'd be a blood brick wall. Because, of course, the bricks would be made of blood. So it says the DLC could easily push your shit in even if you're over leveled. Pokemon Master Cube says we only need him to go as far as Moonlight, which is the first boss. You just really want me to get the glowy sword, the glowy reference sword, don't you, Pokemon Master Cube? I don't even know where I go to activate the DLC. It's like... Yeah, I don't even know where I need to go to activate the DLC. So it says, I got it. It's a good sword. Has some fun options. Okay, so the vote is like it's dead even right now between all three options. So it says church area. Oh, okay, so I'll need to go, I guess, back to Cathedral Ward. So yeah, each it's between all three options. It's evenly the votes are evenly distributed between all three options right now. So if you'll want to vote. You know what? Here, Fredhead, if you're still watching on YouTube, let me know which option you'd like me to do. Either go to new area, fight the electric Skeledog, or go to DLC, and I'll go do it. Or, well, I'll add it into a vote, because I actually have the option to, like, vote on the poll myself, which is a bit odd, but I can do it. And I'll basically count Fredhead's vote as, I will add in Fredhead's vote for them. Okay, Fredhead says next area, so I will add them. Okay, there we go. So how much do I have stored away in here? Okay, good. I've got like 29 blood vials still stored away. So, okay. The votes has come in. And the winning decision and the winning vote is new area. So, we'll go to the new... I'll continue onward to the new area. I'm both excited and nervous to find out what horrible beat... I'm both excited and nervous to find out what horrors lie for me in wait in the next area. Okay, Master says new area means the many-eyed. You'll have to be more specific, because that can mean a lot of things in this game. I'm sure I won't like your answer, though. Slip says, damn, Code Vein 2 started with the curvy 7-foot-tall goth lady. Alright, I'm moving that game up my list of things to get. Which is gonna be some top... Yep. Moving that game up the list of things for me to get. What the hell is that? Oh, that's the thing. I'm guessing that's what Pokemon Master Cube means. Yo. Pokemon Master Cube says, think of everyone's favorite waifu from Dark Souls 1, just without the human parts. I don't know who that'd be. R1 says, oh hey, Jeff Goldblum. Would everyone's favorite waifu from Dark Souls 1 be like the really big lady lying on the couch who's an illusion? Oh. That's bad. That's not good. Okay, where are we at? Let's take a look around a little bit. So, what am I dealing with here? I don't see... Wait. There's an ally to summon there? Is this a boss arena? Am I just immediately at the next boss? Wait. Summon younger Madara's twin. Yeah, that's the... Okay, that's the same person. That I could... Yeah, that's the same person I could summon for the fight against the Snek Wraiths. Robot says, ah, Bergenworth. Welcome to college. What's left of it anyway? This is going to be very... I feel like this is going to be the worst of the areas for me to play through. Considering that the whole reason I'm playing this game is because I was released from my... is because I was kicked out of my job, which was working at a college. Let's see. Pokemon Askew says, be warned, this boss triggers a point of no return. Oh, so we're fight... Oh, okay, so this is where Rom is. Yeah, I guess it makes sense that Rom would be here, considering that we've started the bug area. Should have called it Bugrinworth, am I right? Okay, so I have to... Oh. You know what? We've all been talking about like games about things FromSoft needs to bring back, but what they actually really need to bring back is they need to get back to including modes in their games where you could play. They need to get back to that one mode they had in Shadow Tower 1, where you could have every single enemy, which is like it's a separate mode from the main game. That was a fighting game, but you could play as every single enemy from the main game. Like, imagine that in this game. Imagine the Evo scene we could get. If they included that mode from Shadow Tower in this game, and we'd have a 50 roster. And we'd have a 50 roster of like every enemy in Bloodborne with their 1 to 2 moves. I would watch that. I would watch that. Aurora says, oh wait, did he meet Patches yet? Not in this game, no, I did not meet them. Fucking Mask User, that would have been cool for how to do the classes in Night Rain. But yeah, if I ever played the original Shadow Tower on the channel, I'll have to show you all that. It's like a cool extra mode. Well, if I ever play the original Shadow Tower on the channel and beat it, I will have to show you all that. It's a cool extra mode where like every single one of the enemies, and keep in mind, these are FromSoft enemies, so they're really weird and unique designs. You can basically, they all have their own set of moves, and you can control them in like a 3D fighting game mode. Oh, it's you. Uh-oh. They have to speak. They have the alien magic. That's bad. Arwell says, oh, did that guy in the forest tell you to go somewhere? Do you mean the leader of, like, the League of Confederates? Arwell, excuse me, Predhead over on YouTube says, these enemies are some of the worst. That one was surprisingly, surprisingly tough. They even gave them, like, a pretty big arena to fight them in. Our robot says, no, there's a window where someone talks to you through it back in the forest town area. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Like, the area where the witches were. Yeah, like where the areas where the witches were having their party. There's like a house. There's like a house that I could go there. Pokemon excuses need to find a place with a red lantern. It's not open from this side. Okay. Ah, what a nice moon. That is definitely not hiding anything deceptive or untoward. Elrobot says, no, the shacks you see when you first enter the Sneck Woods. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see... Okay, I could try checking that, but I didn't... Yeah, I could try checking that, but I'll have to... We'll have to wait until I get the opportunity, because... Oh, that's cool. It's like a big open area water here. Pokemon Master says, once you trigger the moon phase change, most NPCs disappear who haven't had quest progression. They go into phase 2. Gotcha. I think really the only quest I've... Excuse me. I think really the only quest I've tried to do is Eileen the Crows. And, well, that, emphasis there on tried to do. It didn't... Poor Eileen. Rest in peace. Ah! Let me just... Yeah, I think the only quest I've done... What the fuck is that? I think the only quest I've really made any progress on is... Oh, they've got the space magic! Oh, no! Oh, it says bug. Okay, so, you know, I very much preferred when we were... Okay, I guess I should have expected... Yeah, I guess I should have expected, like, after we had, through, like, the whole areas where, like, people were turning into werewolves, and then we returned, like, the area where people were turning into, like, snakes, we now enter the area where people are turning into bugs. I just thought it would be, like, a big... Ew. Why this thing has so much health? Oh. Ow. Oh, great. Pokemon's Cube with the... Love the Zets reference there, says, prevent the Meteor Strike. Good luck. Fredhead over on YouTube, Fredhead on watching on YouTube says, I do not like that thing. I don't like that much either. Why is it so long? What the heck? What the... Wait. Did I just get pulled into space? Pokemon Master Cube says, makes me think of Gaping Dragon from DS Dark Souls 1. It does make... Yeah, I was also thinking that as well. Okay, so I'm gonna need to keep an eye up because of... I think... Okay, there's something else around here, definitely. It is a really interesting progression that, like, the first area was, like, we were already seeing signs of, like, people turning into werewolves, and then also the werewolves. And then, like, the second area was, like, okay, we saw the same kind of hunters, and then we saw them turning into Steckman, and then we saw the big snakes. And now we're at this third area, is like, yeah, okay, we're skipping the whole building progression, you just immediately get bugs. Okay, I thought that was something. Just a stick, I guess. Uh-oh. Broken Mask Cubes, you forgot the alien. You forgot the aliens too appearing in Sneckman or Sneckland. Oh, that's right. There was the alien. There was the aliens. A sedative. Okay, well, I'm guessing there's some use I can find for that. Wait, can I actually... Okay, I guess I can't go through here. Alright. Okay. Well... Also, it's an interesting case where, I mean, I thought turning into a werewolf would be bad. At least this version of a werewolf. At least this world's version of a werewolf. But, like, turning into a werewolf would be a lot better. Oh, I guess I can open this up. Yeah, turning into this world's version of a werewolf would still be a lot better than turning into this world's, like a Sneckman. Or even worse, a Bugman. I feel like I should bring that out. I'm gonna keep an eye out. Okay. Oh, good, that's breakable. Yeah, I'm hearing something else there. Oh. Uh-oh. Is that a hunter? Oh, that's a hunter. Oh, no. Ow. The heck? Okay, 357 lives. Great. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Change of plans. A robot says the teacher told you to sit down. Okay, change of plans. Let me go in. Parker Maskew says, wait till you see the Fishing Hamlet DLC. Granted, that is the final area of the DLC, which makes it unlikely, but still. We'll just have to DLC if I reach there. Oh. Is that a poison, or is that a different effect? That actually didn't damage me, it just added this effect. Oh, that thing's all the... Okay, that thing's still... Yeah, that thing's back because I died, so... My blood echoes around here? I might be able... Everyone says Frenzy, you don't want that bar to fill up. Good to know. Okay, I'm gonna run back, grab my blood echoes, and I'm gonna actually return to the I'm gonna return to the Hunter's Dream. I guess, okay, I know that we entered that new area, but I guess let me go ahead and let me return to the first part of the, let me return to the entrance to the Forbidden Woods, and I guess go, like, to those houses that y'all were talking about. Okay, I don't have enough money to get anything. Well, I might be able to get some clothes. No new weapons to get. I could get Ludwig's rifle, but I'm not sure how useful that'd be. Prospector hood. I could get Eileen's beak mask. Well, let's see if I can maybe get some more clothes. Okay, let me use this. Yeah, let me get all that insight. And... okay, I don't have anything to get anymore. Yeah, I don't have anything to get any more blood echoes, so... okay, let me get the beacon mask. And okay, attire. So, how good is the beacon mask? Not actually that good, really. At least not compared to what I'm wearing. So, okay. Yeah, before I go, let me go to the start of the Forbidden Woods. Pokemon Cube says, fun fact, more insight lowers frenzy resistance. Ah. That's worrisome. So I guess I need to go back up here. Yeah, I guess I need to go back up here. Here I am. Sleep says, not me having 80 insight by this point and not understanding why frenzy hurt so bad or feels so quickly. Yeah, so maybe I actually should spend a little bit of frenzy. Okay, so y'all were saying there were some houses at the beginning of these woods that I need to go to. Or that I should go to. Oh, it's this fucker. I forgot that they were here. Okay, I got him. Yay. Pokemon Master Cubes, it's interesting that it happens because you need insight for things to happen, and they have a thing that punishes you for wanting to find all the things, etc. That's very FromSoft. They punish you for that's very FromSoft. Really, they punish you for finding things. I don't know what says. Madman's knowledge makes you crazy. Who knew? Fair. Oh, speaking of which. Wait, is this the way I need to go? Okay, I'm gonna look a little bit earlier in the chat to see. The shacks you see when you first enter the Snek Woods. Pokemon Magic Cube says, once you trigger the moon phase... oh, excuse me. Pokemon Magic Cube, the lore about frenzy implies the hunter minds gets filled with inconceivable knowledge about the cosmos, eldritch truth, or the old ones. Ah. I would wonder then why... okay, that makes a lot of sense as a status condition for this game. That, like, what's actually happening is your character's getting incomprehensible knowledge and they can't handle it. And so they, like, it causes them a lot of pain. My wonder then is why it's called Frenzy, but I'm guessing they had to label it something like that because if they just labeled it Eldritch Knowledge. Excuse me. If they just labeled it Eldritch Knowledge, like players would immediately figure out the twist. Okay, this just goes back here. Okay, so it's these. Okay, the shacks you see when you first enter the Snek Woods. El Robot says, "Can't handle it" is a nice way to say your blood explodes out of you. Ew. Well, that sounds not fun. Sounds very painful, in fact. Alright, I guess let me go back here this way. And see if there's any houses at the beginning of this area. I don't even... Oh, that's right. I went this way. Which, this goes back up to Central Yarnum, so this can't be the path I take. Yeah, this can't be, like, where I need to go, because this goes up into Central Yarnum. Okay. Back down we go. Pokemon Master Cube says, it is knowledge that's being forced into the mind. And I guess the idea goes with having more insight means your mind is more open to things being seen. So in this case, your mind is easier to force the info in, hence why higher insight means less frenzy resistance. Your mind is too open to it happening. So then, basically, what you're saying is that in order to stave off the insanity caused by gazing into the world of the eldritch beings that are secretly manipulating the events of this world, I need to be really stupid. Just. Let me get rid of them. Okay, let me continue in here until I find this this shack I'm looking for. Uh-oh.
This time's finished. On you.
Yeah, let me move around here until I can find the this house I'm looking for. I think I need to go this way. Pokemon Master says, not stupid, more like closed-minded, not seeing the things that aren't ordinary. Think like how the little sisters see the world in Bioshock. I mean, you could have just said Psychers from Warhammer 40k. I think that's actually like a great, easy way to compare it. As in, like, Psychers, because they tap into the chaos, because they tap into the forces of chaos, they are much easier to, like, they are more prone to being attacked by chaos. Okay, well, there's this house here. Yeah, there's this house here. But I don't think this house is what I need. Because it's broken. I guess let me go more into the town. Yeah, I guess let me go closer to town. Pokemon Rescue says, I don't know how much of the lower 40k you know, so didn't want to just make references there. I know quite a bit of the lower 40k. Just because I've I haven't been able to read a lot of the books, but I have, like, watched lore videos on it because I'm just really interested in the setting. Pokemon Mask uses place as a red lantern. Okay, so I need to find some place with a red lantern here. Yeah, I need to find a place with a red lantern here. Robert says, yep, this is the area. Okay. Oh. Okay, so yeah, find a house with a red lantern around here. Which is... It's not here, is it? Let me keep looking around. Okay, okay, that's not one of the special lanterns, because I know the lanterns y'all are talking about. That's just a lantern, not one of the special ones. Oh, shoot. Let's see. Okay, so there's this path here.
This town's finished.
So I'm guessing it's one of these houses here that I need to go to. But don't think, no, don't see anything here. Is it maybe this house? If I can go in here? Wait, hold on. Do I even want to go down this path? Because the last time El Robot led me to a secret path, I ended up fighting like a giant horde of ghosts. Not in this game, in a different game, but still. Well, it doesn't look like this is the right place anyway. Pokemon Master uses the ghosts in Dark Souls 1? No, much more dangerous ghosts. Much more powerful and dangerous ghosts than any specters that would make the ghosts from Dark Souls 1 just like tremble in fear. Ghosts from Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Everyone says, "What? Me lead you somewhere dangerous? Never." Okay, so that's not the house either. Well, That's not really... Okay, that's not a red one of the special red lanterns. I know the lanterns y'all are talking about. They're like special red lanterns that like mark a house as like having an NPC in it. $356 lives. Now I have to go back to get my soul, to get my blood. Fredhead says, well. Rollout says, I completely forgot about that trap. Oh, sure you did. I mean, to be fair, though, I don't think that actually... Well, to be fair, I actually don't think that was not on the path you were leading me towards. I was just looking around to find the place you were trying to lead me towards. Pokemon says, you forgot to yell timber. No, I forgot to dodge. No, I forgot to not step on that point. Fanboy Brian says, everyone waits with bated breath for that trap. Oh, hey, Fanboy Brian, welcome in. Welcome to the Bloodborne Emergency Donothon, where I'm playing Bloodborne. But it's a Donothon. Because I'm in an emergency situation right now. So for anyone who hasn't been here before wondering how this goes, I'm playing through Bloodborne for the first time. And I've got a limited number of lives, and every dollar donated will add more lives. So, in addition, like every dollar donated will also, all the money donated will count towards the different donation goals we've got. So, if you're able to, please consider donating through either bits, subs, or direct donations. That will really help me out right now. Especially direct donations, because I'll receive the money you donate immediately, instead of having to wait like half a month to get it. But if you're not able to donate, or don't feel like donating, that's fine, and thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for joining me on my parade of torment as I play through this game. That was a different sounding noise. That was like a very different sounding noise. What the heck was that? Okay, let me go back through here. Yeah, I guess let me go back through here and still try to find that house that y'all were talking about. Why do I have... Oh, never mind. So... Maybe it's one of... Well, no, I've been in both of these houses and didn't see anything. Let me draw their attention over here. Come on. And just to let y'all know what streams will be happening for the rest of the week. So I'll be back on Friday. I normally don't stream on Fridays, but I'm making an exception this week because I wasn't able to stream. I missed a couple streams last week. So I'll be back on Friday playing some more Final Fantasy 2. And then I was going to stream on Saturday, but I've got a family obligation I have to be a part of, so can't stream on Saturday, and and I'll instead be playing more RoboCop on Sunday. And then after this week, I'm going to have to change up the schedule a little bit and actually stream less, unfortunately, just because I'm already spending almost all my time, like, applying to jobs, but but despite that, I still haven't gotten one, so I need to spend even more time applying to jobs so that I can try and... So, yeah, I need to spend more time applying for jobs so that I can get one, because I need to get one as soon as possible. Well, I've been needing to get a job as soon as possible for the past 8 months, but Haven't had much luck so far, unfortunately. Uh-oh. Gosh damn it. Why am I even in this area? I don't see any houses with red lanterns here. Can be thrown at foes quite thrilling. I mean, I guess game. I guess item description writer.
Away! Away!
Pokemon Massachusetts says, I will be back on Friday. Check the calendar, says it's Friday. He already is streaming on Friday. Well, am I wrong? I am streaming on Friday. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna try and run a turn here to get my blood echoes, and then I'm just gonna run away. Pokemon Massachusetts, but you said it would be Final Fantasy on Friday. Well, Final Fantasy 2 to be completely accurate. But I mean, both this and Final Fantasy 2 are torment. They are forms of torment. Different kinds of torment, but they are still both forms of torment. Actually, that's, well, yeah, I think that's that's fair for both. Okay, I'm just gonna return here this last time. I'm gonna try to get my blood echoes back, and then I'm just gonna, if I can clear out all the enemies, I'll search around here, see if I can find this place one last time. But I got no clue what y'all. I got no idea what this house with the red lantern y'all are talking about is, because I'm not seeing any place like that. Oh.
You better not stay!
A robot says might be up a level. In the trees? I mean, there's this place here, and there's this place here, but this just has a shortcut to the next area. I mean, there's that area down there, but I didn't see anything down there when I fell through there. No, that just leads out the town to the bog.
This town's finished.
Okay, I guess let's go back here again. I actually do wish I had some pebbles. That would have helped me out right now. A robot says head towards the bog. Okay, fine. Well, first I need to get my echoes back. There, okay. Okay, now that I've done that, I guess I'll head towards the bog. I'm just gonna find some, like, secret boss here that's gonna annihilate me, aren't I? Oh, hey, how's it going? Maybe I should take this shortcut. Our robot says get up to where they are. Oh, okay. So I need to get up to there. Okay, well, I'm gonna take the shortcut first. Okay, up there. Well, how do I get up there? Oh, wait, I think I have been. Okay, I think I did get up there once, but... Yeah, okay, that's like the rooftop area. I think I did go up there once. I just need to find my way back around up to there. I have to remember the path I took to get there, because it's been some time. That heads around there. Maybe through here? Yeah, I gotta remember what path I took to get through there, but... Might have been up this way? Is it here? Wait. What says there it is. Oh, okay.
Oh. A hunter of beasts, are you? Glory be. You know not the value you possess. But more's the pity. The hours of the night are many, and the beasts more than I can count. A veritable hunt unending. Not even death offers solace, and the blood imbibes you. A most frightful fate. Oh my. But I'm willing to do you a kindness.
What do you want?
Step lightly round to the right of the great cathedral and seek an ancient, shrouded church. The gift of the Godhead will grant you strength. Yes, I'm unquestionably certain.
Okay. I don't I mean, so okay, the church to the right of the great cathedral. That's got to be like to the cathedral at Great in Cathedral Ward.
Not even death offers solace. Seek you the ancient shrouded church, hidden to the right of the main cathedral. The gift of the...
To the right of the main cathedral. Okay. I guess, yeah, let me... Well, I guess we'll go there to see what death trap El Robot wants me to suffer through this time. El Robot says, remember where that large door you couldn't open was to the right of the cathedral? Yes. Yes, I do. Yeah, I think I do. The one where, like, every time... The one that was, like, guarded by 2 executioners? Okay, Grand Cathedral it is. The Shrouded Church to the right of the main cathedral. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna have to rush out here. So we've got about less than an hour and a half left in the stream. This is going to be the last Bloodborne stream for this week. However I change up the schedule. Oh, hello. There is going to be at least one stream of Bloodborne. There is going to be at least one stream of Bloodborne in the week with the new weekly schedule. Yeah, there's gonna be at least one stream of Bloodborne every week. Don't think... Yeah, just one. Just one. I don't really want to play Blood... If I'm only doing 3 streams a week, well, there's a bunch of games I need to play, and... Well, I might do... Maybe I should do 2, because the more Bloodborne I play, the quicker we get through the Donothon. The more Bloodborne I play, the quicker we get through the Donothon. And every other thing that I'm hoping to do kind of like depends on like how